and welcome to another edition of Rail Rangers on the Road. The Midwest Rail Rangers, our 501c3 nonprofit organization, presents onboard educational programs across the upper Midwest. You may have caught us on the South Shore line between Chicago and South Bend, Indiana, aboard the Sky Parlor car at the Wisconsin Great Northern, on an Amtrak charter organized by the 20th Century Railroad Club of Chicago, on private rail excursions featuring heritage equipment, and at various outreach events such as Trainfest and Mad City Rail. In March of 2020, the coronavirus sidelined most of our programs.
A halt as train services, bus services, interstate bus services, railways, metros, they're all being stopped to break the march of the coronavirus.
After taking a few months off, we decided to come back and present virtual programs, taking you to exciting rail destinations across Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, and Wisconsin. So until we can be together again back on the trains, sit back and relax and enjoy another edition of Rail Rangers on the Road.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Rochelle's Railroad Park here in Rochelle, Illinois. I'm of course Candace, as you all know, and happy 10th virtual tour. It's October 25th, and we're going to pass it off to Robert for our tour.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Rail Rangers, our virtual education programs. We are at the Rochelle Railroad Park in Rochelle, Illinois, and if you haven't kind of followed what we've been doing for the last couple months, we have not been able to do our normal programs on the South Shore and private rail cars and up at the Wisconsin Great Northern because of the ongoing virus situation. So until we can be back on the rails, we've decided to do virtual programs where we're traveling the Midwest all summer, hopping in our Rail Rangers van, and we are taking you to some of our favorite locations across the Midwest, sharing some really cool stories and a little history, some places that we like to go. So today we're here in Rochelle, Illinois, and we'll give you a quick walking tour, a live walking tour here of of what you can see. If you've never been out here, we'll tell you what you're missing, and I guess if you've been out here before, maybe you'll still learn a thing or two. And if you have any questions about the railroad park, put them in the comments and we'll get back to you and we'll try to answer those for you. So we are here up at the picnic pavilion here in Rochelle, as you can see. The park itself is situated on the eastern quadrant of the diamond, and we're going to swing over here. There's the railroad diamond, and we're going to we'll zoom in there, have our lovely camera lady zoom in real tight on the railroad diamond there. As you can see, it's pretty cool because it's one of the few places in the country where two major main lines come together. And we're hoping we're going to get a train action here on this here. So I hear a whistle. You hear it too? There's our education coordinator Candace is hanging out with us here live in Rochelle. While we wait for that train, and hopefully it comes, I'll tell you a little bit more about the park here. The park is situated in the eastern quadrant of the diamond you're looking at there. And this is where the Union Pacific, and this is this line here, off, as you can see here, this is the Union Pacific double track main line. And then over here, that is the double tracks of the the BNSF. Now, the two main lines is where you're looking in, and we'll zoom in real tight once again. That is the location here on the southwest side of Rochelle. The Union Pacific, which again is on this side by the construction that you see here, that was the former Chicago Northwestern. It travels through the crossing from the southwest to the northeast. And then over here, there we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. That is the Burlington Northern Santa Fe BNSF, former Burlington, and it travels from the northwest to the southeast. If you've taken the Amtrak line, you'll notice shortly after it goes through Aurora, the Amtrak line, the Southwest Chief and the California Zephyr go on. They break off to the left-hand side. Over to the right-hand side, two tracks break off and then go up to the Twin Cities, and that is the BNSF line you see through here. The Union Pacific over here, if you watch the famous Big Boy, there were, gosh, probably 1,000 or so people out here last summer when the Big Boy came through here. Those are the tracks here that the Big Boy came in on. So a little history, whether you know or not. We're going to do a little walk and talk here, and we're going to head down here as we hopefully wait for this train to come. We're going to cross our fingers. Before this, Rochelle built the park here, rail fans typically parked just short of an interchange siding connecting the two railroads in the northern quadrant of the crossing. The interchange track connected the northern track of the eastern portion of the Union Pacific's main line with the northern track of the western portion of the BNSF's main line. While this parking location allowed rail fans to get a great viewing area along the UP's main line, many vehicles were parked too close to the interchange tracks. That's what some of the organizers told us. And trespassing was an issue. The northern interchange track has since been removed, although a longer interchange siding still exists on the south quadrant of the crossing. See, as we're walking here again, this is the, you're kind of looking back now at the gazebo. There's Candace, and then that's again the Union Pacific behind her. Our lovely model Vienna White out here on a Sunday, and that's the of course the BNSF over there. Now the city chose the eastern quadrant of the crossing to build the park. Many factors went into the selection of the eastern quadrant, but by using it, the city was able to erect an elevated viewing platform with a gazebo style roof, which we just showed you. And we'll go back, we'll take you back up there and show you a little bit more. There's some picnic tables and some other stuff up here, but we do want to point this little gazebo out, and you see the sign, the historic Lincoln Highway, and that commemorates the fact that one of the early roads before they had the numbering system of the roads, the Lincoln Highway passed through good parts of the area out all the way to the west coast. I think there's an official map here. This is shows you the whole extent of the Lincoln Highway. Went from New York through Chicago, out through Iowa, Nebraska, and over to San Francisco. And I think this is the map of it. It looks like Illinois, where it crosses the Mississippi. Yeah, and show everybody here Rock Falls, or Rochelle, where we're at. Continue over through DeKalb and Elburn. That's where the Union Pacific West Line currently ends, where you can ride the Metro. And then down to St. Charles, kind of skirted south of Chicago. Go down to New Lenox. We have two of our volunteers who live down in New Lenox. Hi, Dave and Steve. I guess you guys live on the Lincoln Highway, Mokina, Frankfort, and before it goes over to Indiana. So they have this is kind of relatively new edition, I think. They have about 3 different placards, as you can see, or 4 different placards, telling you all about the Lincoln Highway and how it goes through Rochelle. There's some nice patriotic bunting over here. So if you're a biker, like some of our friends are, they get some bike racks over here. And some people are actually camping out. I mean, people make, Candace, people make a day of this. There's a rail-themed bed and breakfast. I'm sure if you can see past the car there.
We'll try to get a closer shot.
Got a closer shot, but I've stayed there a couple times on a rail fan bed and breakfast. But people will, who are really into the spot, and the thing is that trains come pretty much every 10 minutes. That's kind of the gist, like every 10 or 15 minutes on one of the tracks. One of the busiest railroad spots in the Midwest. And boy, people, rail enthusiasts, look at that, they'll bring their camper out here and just, I mean, I've seen people stay here for a couple days. So we got a couple engines over here. We preserved Whitcomb Locomotive, manufactured by Whitcomb Locomotive Works of Rochelle, as one of the Locomotives over here. Number 5. Kind of a fun thing to check out if you're here in the railroad park. And then I'm going to show everybody what we have over here.
This is fun for the kids, but not right now, of course.
But the virus, they got it all, I guess, roped off over here. But we hear horns. We're hoping we're going to be live here for about 10 more minutes. We're about 10 minutes into the video. We'll hang out about 10 more minutes with you guys here and see see what happens. And what does that plaque say down there?
This shelter was built and donated to the Rochelle Railroad Park in 1998 by the Rochelle Rotary Club.
Okay, so we've been out here about 20 some years. There's the 7-ton Whitcomb that we were talking about there. Again, made by the Whitcomb Locomotive Works of Rochelle.
And it was donated by Stan and Fran Griffith.
And Fan Griffith. All right. So let's head back. Oh, they have, we're going to, well, yeah, I guess while we're over here, I mentioned they have a gift shop and some vending machines, so you can stay a while. Restrooms. Does it say Hobo? I think it said Hobos and Hoboettes or something like that.
We'll have to go check that out.
All right.
Let's go.
That's why you're watching this, folks, right? To see what the restroom says. We have nothing better to do. We're not running programs. Hobabes. Okay, there's a joke there, and I'm not gonna go there. Yeah, and hobos.
Hobo.
Yes, I'm a hobo, and I guess you're a hobabe. As we, they got us some signals here and some other apparatus and whatever. Let's go up there. Candace is going up there for some reason, and kind of peeking in. Unfortunately, because of the virus and everything, it looks like the gift shop's closed.
The screen here.
Oh, is it working?
Where the next train is coming, you can barely see it though.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty sunny, guys. You're just getting a reflection.
Yeah.
But it's a monitor. It tells you when the trains are coming. So let's head back. I'm hoping here we got reds. You can see the signals. I don't know. Got a lot of reds. Got 2 reds on the Union Pacific live right now, and some reds on the NSF. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it about 5 more minutes here, and we'll hope a train comes. Of course, that's how it always times out. And no trains in the last 10 minutes. We just missed a few though. What did we have? 2 on the Union Pacific right before we went live here? Yeah, but there's we got a paved parking lot here. And while we're walking back to the gazebo, let's go ahead and throw up a map on the screen for you guys to show you where this park is located. As you can see now by the map on your screen, is showing you that located off right pretty much where I-88, which runs from Chicago to the Quad Cities, it's a toll road, intersects I-39. And I-39 runs up right in the middle of the state from Rockford all the way to Bloomington and Normal. And yeah, access off either of those interstates into Rochelle. You can take Highway 38 or Highway 251 off of those interstates, easy Rochelle, and always still have that map up on your screen. Do want to mention that it is completely free. If you want to come out, stay as long as you want. No admission here. They
do take donations.
They do. Do they take donations?
I believe so.
And yeah, and we're back here. Hope you enjoyed the little map and that was helpful. And then we're back. We've been walking here live, and they even have grills, and I guess a water spigot. So. Candace might be able to show us some of the, while we wait for a train, hopefully Candace will show us some of the hobo markings. You want to show them some hobo markings?
Yeah, sure. So we have some of the hobo markings that they would use back in the day, how to communicate with each other, and how to know what places were safe, which ones to beware of the dogs. I think I hear a train coming.
Yeah, we've been saying that for we've been saying that since 10 o'clock.
If you have your own radio or scanner, they give you the frequencies to listen to each one.
Yeah. There we go. All right. And then the
mileposts.
So here we are, so 83.5 miles. And there's a detector west, about 12 miles west of us at Shauna, and then about 12 miles east of us at least. So we're 83 miles or so from downtown Chicago on the BNSF. Got some more hobo markings?
Yeah, of course. kind lady lives here.
Ah,
I don't
she'll
know
probably
if-
give us some food.
I don't know if that's a cat or a dog. I think a cat.
Yeah, it's got whiskers. I don't know. Dog's got whiskers too. I don't know. So you can test your hobo knowledge out. What do we have down here?
A well-guarded home. It looks like the windows are kind of
Ah.
boarded up, maybe.
So don't
or-
break into that one, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see if there's any other fun ones.
Okay.
Oh, I need this one for Robert.
Oh, yeah? All right.
I'm gonna put this one all around the Rail Ranger's office.
And this one will be for Candace over here. Hold your tongue. Because, boy, we know she's opinionated.
Oh, sure. Or this one.
Man with a gun? Yeah.
Man with a
You
gun
hobo's
lives
got to
here.
watch out for that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And so what do we got down here?
We got Judge lives here.
Okay, yeah, that's probably not good to break into that house either.
A good place to catch the train.
Okay.
You could camp here, keep quiet. Well, that one that's the same one as down there. Okay.
Yeah.
And alcohol in this town,
Oh.
which was important back in the day.
Yeah, and then we have the milepost here for the Union Pacific. As you can see, the milepost is 75.3, and if you notice, we showed you on the Burlington that it was in the 80s, so it is, I don't know, about 7 miles, a little bit closer to this point on the Union Pacific than traveling on the BNSF. So if you're curious kind of the location of that. Just a couple more here.
Doctor here won't charge.
Oh,
That's a good thing.
okay, if you break your leg or you have some bad hobo beans, I guess. And then we're back to the start. Well,
Yeah. And of course, visit their gift shop.
and then, of course, we want to mention the Trains Magazine has a live camera that you can view on the website of the various activities here at the Railroad Park. We were watching that as we were driving down from our headquarters last night here. We'll focus in on the diamond. The Candace will see if we got any greens or anything coming.
No activity.
Oh,
Nope.
is that a car horn?
That's a car horn.
Of
You
course.
got excited over
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, I'm trying here. It's about 17 after the hour now, and we are waiting here. So, yeah. So you know what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and post a video of some of the trains that we got before coming here. So we'll show you some videos of the trains. So of course, none of them came in the 20 minutes or so that we're out here. That just figures, but that's okay. We'll post some videos of the trains coming that came before, and maybe we'll get some after and post those for you. So if you want to check out the Rochelle Railroad Park, it's one of the Rail Rangers' favorite spots. Recommend you checking it out, and we hope you're enjoying our summer series so far.
Number 4, 733, and what was the unit number? 5586.
short days. Join us November 8th as we show you our Rail Rangers props, and we're going to go out with a train here at Rochelle.
Thanks so much for joining us for another edition of Rail Rangers on the Road. To learn more about the Midwest Rail Rangers, our 501c3 nonprofit organization, simply log on to www.railrangers.org. That's www.railrangers.org. And if you're interested in planning your own trip, you can also purchase one of our Railroad Route Guide books, ebooks, or MP3 podcasts at the Midwest Rail Rangers store, conveniently located at www.midwestrails.com. That's www.midwestrails.com. Until our next program, have a great day.